as you can imagine, they're a little bit disappointed as they're going into this with a high seeding.
Yeah, Mythics actually lost to Rosie's boys, who were actually two of the players that snaked my team for this event. Now, I'm not going to lie,
They made the right decision, then,
yeah,
Gooch, really?
They did, clearly. I mean, if I was playing, it would have been 2-1. So. But anyway, we are going to go on board with the attacking side, as that normally poses the more aggressive gameplay, and we're going to go on board, first of all, with Netcabo, who is instantly pushing down this B side.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We've got to be careful now what we say, haven't we? Let's whisper. Maybe they won't hear us.
We're sat literally directly in between the two teams
Gooch,
at the moment.
Don't worry about it. I've got this under control. But yes, we can just talk about the game and what exactly is going on. We can see 1 kill has already been made, though. Actually, 2 kills against 3D Max. It is a 2 versus 4 situation. Things just looking better and better for Fariko.gold. And, you know, it's going to be interesting to see which bomb 3D Max actually go for, because I think most teams tend to edge towards the B bomb first. But, you know, as the game plays out a little bit more, they might start migrating over to the A bomb site. Yeah,
it's ever so hard just to rush down that right-hand side, of course, because the defending side can actually get into that back middle building first of all, or even the A building, and actually just cut off any point in which they could run at. So it requires superior gun skill and a bit of luck. Oh, AK with a turn on there on Reason. Reality managing to pick out of that kill. Now this does actually leave Netcabo in a 1 versus 3 situation. Yeah, it's going to be difficult, and he's going to have to pull something out of the bag. But just whilst that is going on, I just want to remind you guys of the sponsors of this event. It is THQ, Doritos, Mad Catz, Caliber 11. And of course, we've got this Caliber 11 giveaway going on at the moment. If you like the Caliber 11 Facebook page, the EGL Pro Facebook page, and leave a comment on the associated post for Caliber 11, you could be in with a chance of winning this. It's about £30 to £60. There's actually 2 that they're giving away as well. Yeah, I mean, we've got 2 in stock now. The price that we were quoted from Mike B earlier, he said they retail at around £30 to £60. I'm not sure which ones we actually have. I'm sure they were shown on stream earlier.
The one on the picture looks really nice, actually, and it's completely free, so why not? Why not enter it?
You might as well enter.
Exactly. So let's switch over to the attacking side. Should we stick to the attacking, or should we do 2 of each?
We'll go attack.
We'll see what goes on. We're going to watch Lime now and see what it does with this early push. He seems to be going with a lot of his teammates in a really interesting spot there. I'm going to be honest, I didn't actually know about that. No. There's little sneaky places, though, through the cloth on this map from either side. There's like 3 or 4 that I've actually noticed, but clearly knows the positions of Carbon S&D.
I remember playing 3D Max on GB with you and your brother on this, actually, and I was going mental at Netcabo after he got me through one of these little sneaky holes, and kills actually being exchanged here.
That is true. I just want to throw it out that we did win that game.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Well, you know, we were amazing, Gooch. It kind of goes without saying. But yes, Lime is going to make that kill against AK. They need to be getting that bomb, though, to be able to make the plant. I'm just going to switch through and see what's going on. It's interesting actually seeing the proficiencies that teams use. As you can see, we've got one with impact there and one with focus, and I mean, I guess that just goes to your own personal preference. That's what's Netcabo, who isn't going to be able to pull that off. That means it's 2-0 to Fariko.gold. They are halfway home now. Another 2 rounds and they will have secured the win in this best out of 3 and will advance in the winners bracket. Yeah,
I switched over there as Netcabo was in a 1 versus 3. However, all players onto the Fariko side were prime position just to take him out as he was in that middle map area. Of course, he did actually want to make some kills and not risk anything there. But so we are staying on board with the attack, which currently is 3D Max, who are trailing 2 rounds to 0. Now, this is not going how they wanted, I'm sure. Of course, this team with past placements of 5th, 6th at both of their previous lands attended in, well, the ones that we know about. Don't know if they've been to any like Portuguese ones that have been publicised?
Actually, yeah, I spoke to Netcabo. It was either Netcabo or Bluefran on Skype quite a bit, and they were telling me about all the Portuguese events that they go to, and you know, they were consistently placing 1st and 2nd in those. So a really strong team. Of course, we go way back as an XPX. That was the previous name. But now represented by the organisation 3D Max. Well, let's not rule them out just yet. It is 2-0 to Fariko.gold, and they can definitely get back into this game. And what were you talking about before, Gooch?
I was talking about Netcabo and a sneaky
spot. This very spot.
Oh, he dropped me in a bullet as well. It was Portuguese host. Just have to point that one out.
Exactly. That's all it was. But we're at land now, so it is all different. AK is going to make that kill against Reality. Just bringing up the scoreboard quickly to let you guys know how each player is doing, and also to show that this is now a 2v2 situation. It is Reason and Blazing up against AK and Netcabo.
Yeah, they certainly are rising to the occasion here on main stage at EGL5. Of course, this event held in Blackpool all weekend. I believe we're actually catching up on the schedule as well. We did start a little bit late due to technical difficulties, but we are actually catching up. And I have been told by various members of staff that we will actually be on schedule by time finishing tonight.
that is a LAN first of any LAN anywhere.
Now Blazon has actually just taken out Netcabo as well, leaving AK left on his own now. I don't want to call too much about his position.
Yeah, I know, it's difficult, isn't it? Because we don't want to give too much away, but AK is going to make the kill against Reason, just bringing up that scoreboard once again, shows that it is a 1 versus 1 situation. Blazon up against AK, all to play for. AK currently picking up 4 kills, Blazon with 3, yet to die so far in this search and destroy.
They don't have to.
We'll continue to watch AK though, he's just pushing around and he is trying to find that kill. Time is ticking away though, only 30 seconds left on the clock, and something needs to happen here because he is on the attack. Either he's got to get that bomb down or he's got to make the kill.
Yeah, I've just actually had a conversation with one of the supporters behind the Fariko team. They have actually all taken off their headsets now. We have actually got upgraded rules at EGL5. You don't actually have to take off your headsets when you die. Although I have seen a lot of teams actually do take their headsets
habit,
off.
Isn't it?
Yeah, through habits, of course, from past like Reflexes and Battle of Amsterdam's. However,
oh, and this is bad news. It looked for a second like he was going to be able to do it, but very, very wisely, Blazon has left that kill knowing that he wouldn't be able to get that plant in time. 3-0. It is match point now for Fariko.gold. And as you were saying about the rules, it's actually the rule now. You just put your controller down. You can keep your headset on, that's fine. But it's just to prevent people going into third-person mode and giving them that extra advantage.
Yeah, as long as third person isn't used, then you can keep your headset on, which is
as long as there's no foul play, it's all good.
Yeah, now Lime, of course, back in that position. I don't think he got a kill from there before. He's just going to throw a Semtex over the top of that tent, not actually picking up any kills or hit markers. Blue Fran has actually taken out Reality here, so this is something that needs to be done from 3D Max. Lime has got him stunned as he's pushing up that right-hand side. Not challenging, though. I can hear XPX on my right, like literally saying, do not push, don't challenge. Blue Fran taking out 2 before he dies there. It's Reason and Blazon left alive. Oh, this is actually going to leave Blazon in a 1 versus 3 situation. He is actually in quite a dodgy place as well to do this. Yeah, 1 versus 3 to win it for Fariko.gold right now. Remember, they do have that cushion of 3 rounds to lose, so it's not the end of the world if he doesn't manage to pull this off. And he does actually have quite a bit of time to do this, but we've said it before. I mean, you know, it is certainly possible, but the problem is as soon as you kill someone, the other 2 players know exactly where you are. Yeah, and Blazon has actually just seen one as well. He's not challenging that though. He's just want to move around to the right and get a better angle now. I am actually drop my voice a little bit because I don't want to. Just a little bit, Gooch. We don't want to give it away, do we? I don't want to risk it too badly. Oh, and he sees one and doesn't make the kill. What's he been blown up by there? by that invisible car in front of him. I'm going to be interested to see this actually. I'm curious. I was unaware of this car. It must have been one that was like just outside the map or something, I imagine. I cannot. Oh yeah, it was outside of the map. It's just hanging over the wall. Oh, but there you go. Glitches. So it is not over for 3D Max. They could still pull this back, and that would be just heartbreaking for Fariko.gold. Have done so well here, but they still have that 3-1 advantage. This is the start of the comeback for 3D Max. Can they do it now? They have actually got to win another 3 rounds back-to-back, meaning they would have to win 4 rounds back-to-back to just keep themselves in this best of 3 as well. Before, I believe this is actually winner bracket round number 2, 3. I think it's 2. I'm pretty sure it's 2. We're going to go with 2. We'll go with 2. We'll go with 2, but we're not sure. If we get some other information and it's not actually 2, of course we will be. No one's signalling us to tell us we're wrong, so we'll assume that we're right. Yeah. And of course, guys, remember that we cannot see the stream chat, so anything you are saying to us, we don't actually know personally. I'm sure it's all good things, though, Gooch. I'm sure everyone's just I would like to think so. However, that isn't always the case. Well, let's watch what could be the final round now in this search and destroy. And, you know, as we say, we've got to be careful how much information we give away whilst commentating. Fariko have actually got 3 chances to win this search and destroy now. Netcabo in that famous left-hand side tin. Yeah, and, you know, I really do want to see some underdog just, like, come out of nowhere. I'd love to see some, like, seed 60th team win this whole event. It'd be brilliant. Now, like I said earlier, I played INF online, and they were actually really, really strong. I've spoken to a few of them on Skype as well. They don't... You wouldn't ever think, yeah, they'll beat you. Like, they don't look the sort of team that would. Yeah. And then when you start playing them, they are so strong. They're actually really set up as well, which is good to see. A team that have, like, been together for a while, stuck together, worked hard on what they want to achieve. Well, you know, we've had XPX Nation. They came out of Reflex.
PMP, of course, had an amazing reflex very recently, taking out all the top teams and only just losing to the other top teams. And we're seeing 3D Max get right back into this. Fariko.gold need to just maintain that amazing performance that they've had so far in this game. But 3D Max, they just need to keep this momentum up.
They are clawing their way back. They need to take the positives out of the 2 rounds that they have just won and continue on. Now, of course, they didn't. I think they only actually dropped 1 player in that last round. That was actually an attack as well. The stereotypically harder method of play, and I'm actually quite in shock about how Fariko play this. Things we said earlier on aren't actually applying to this Fariko.gold team.
In what way? What?
In the side that they initially pushed.
Oh, yes, that's right, because I can't say it now, can I? But yeah, I know exactly what you mean. The tactics of Fariko.gold are somewhat different to what you would expect on this map, I think is what we're trying to get across.
Which might actually be how they managed to go 3-0 up, perhaps caught 3D Max by surprise. However, they are continuing with that same tactic, so perhaps not changing things up. All shots fired there from Reality, getting a few hit markers in on, I'm going to go with Johnny, but I'm not sure. I think I just saw a flash of his game attack, but unfortunately not actually dropping him there. He's playing quite aggressive now, waiting for him to show himself. He's not actually doing so. Well,
it is a 2 versus 4. It's going to be a tough round for Fariko.gold. And remember, if they do lose this, 3D Max are right back into this game. It is 1 versus 4. And there we go now.
3D Max are right back in it.
3-3.
3-0 down. They have actually clawed their way back. 3-3. This is the deciding round of the Search and Destroy here on Carbon. Now, remember, this is a best of 3. The first map actually went to Fariko.gold. So if 3D Max do not win this, they are... well, they're going to the loser bracket.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, Fariko.gold could just end this all here and now. We'll stay on board with Fariko.gold as they are the attacking side. And I want to watch someone other than Lime. We've always watched him from the word go. Let's watch Louis. It was actually Reason playing on Louis' account due to those connection problems he was having earlier.
Very aggressive push there. Oh, unfortunate shots fired, not actually getting the kill. He is still persistent on this one now. He has actually got stuns off. If I was him, I'd just lie down and wait.
I mean, stuns were exchanged there on both sides, so I think they called a truce. They just said, yeah, we're not going to attack each other here. We'll give each other a bit of breathing space. It was actually Reality who picked up the kill against Johnny Martos, though, so it's 4 versus 3. Things looking really good for Fariko.
Yeah, and Nade has just come into that A-bomb building as well. We did see it, although it wasn't actually relevant to any of the players that we were spectating at that time. Just going to chuck a stun over behind the A-bomb. I don't think that will actually pick anybody up. Now, it looks as if that earlier battle has actually been dropped completely, and the perhaps the choke went back towards his own spawn. Now Reality has actually dropped AK. Is this going to leave Fariko in a 4 versus 2?
Let's have a quick check here. It is 4 versus 2.
Blue Fran and Net Cabo. Now, has he got the support whilst he is doing what he is doing? A player has been dropped in the enemy spawn. Reality should have just sat still. Blue Fran taking out Reality. A bomb has gone down, and it is 2 versus 3 with a bomb to defuse for 3D Max. Reason just playing defensive there, doing exactly what he knows he needs to do. We're just going to scout through the players, as I think Reason just saw somebody.
Things are looking good though, but you know what, he might have seen somebody, but they just need to run that time down. Remember, it takes 7.5 seconds to defuse, so if it hits that 7.5 second mark, it is game over. Kills exchanged mean there's only Blue Fran left alive to 1 versus 2 and defuse.
With only 15 seconds left on the clock, this is not looking likely, but there it is. Fariko.gold have taken this best of 3 series against 3D Max, despite possibly what everybody thought. Now look at Lime there, just lying down in that truck. Very nice play there from Lime, utilising that position nicely.
Yep, and there's going to be an exchange of handshakes, so good sportsmanship from both teams as well, and a nice little applaud from the audience as well. It's always nice to get that.
That was a very tense matchup, I think. 3D Max, of course, did very well just to bring that back. Now, AK actually finishing 7-3 and not actually winning the game. Now, that must hurt a little bit for him.
Yeah, he did play really well. I mean, both teams played really well in both of those games. You know, it went down to the last map. I mean, the capture the flag bootleg, let's not forget that was stopwatch as well, so couldn't have really been any closer. But 3D Max on out of it. They will go into the losers bracket, but they can still potentially win this whole tournament. So
if anything, it just means they get more gameplay time.
Exactly. So they're just going to work even harder now, and they just need to stay focused on that target of first place, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose that's what everybody is aiming for now in this tournament. There is actually a potential, what people are saying, like 12 odd teams that could actually finish anywhere in that top 3. It's just unbelievable. Now, I'm not sure what game we are going to have on this live stream next.